Hi, welcome back to Falling Down Garage. We're finally getting back to working on the house. I actually started yesterday and I had a little bit of trouble with the filming. I had this wrong setting on the camera, but I sanded that yesterday, which I'll bring you in. You can still see under the laps though, you can see remnants of paint. And I'm gonna try a couple different new techniques for addressing that. But I'm gonna do that second today, where I'm gonna start off is I'm gonna get back to just sanding. And when I say sanding, I mean just sanding, taking care of the weathering, which I did yesterday over here. So you can see that's more of a wood color, and that's gray because of the weathering that happened for this house sitting for 4 months. And I'll get up on a ladder, I'll get into the peak. I'm gonna see if just abrasives rather will take off the remnant paint, and then I'll move over to this face. It's cooler than it's been, so I should have time. And then you know, if that's successful, then I'll leave well enough alone. And I'm bringing up 2 new products to see if the paint's fighting me, so I can get it off, heat related. So we'll see, we'll bring you back. Okay, so I'm going to be filming from down there on the time lapse while I'm working, but I want to make this look like this, and then I'll go and touch everything up by scraping areas I'm unhappy with. So I'm going to start here, get into a rhythm, just getting the weathering off. I was having trouble, I couldn't get the discs off with my gloves because they're getting old, even though they've never been used, so they're like, I can't grab the sanding discs. But I just want to get all this weathering off. With a little luck, from cooking in the sun for the summer, maybe this stuff will want to give it up from the sanding, and I won't have to get into using heat. So I'm going to take care of this face. I'm going to leave that last section, that last board, because I don't want to catch the house on fire. And then I'm going to jump over here. Then I'm going to go back to the front and start with scraping you know, all the stuff off on the underside there, the stuff I couldn't get the first time. The smoke alarm is going off upstairs. We'll see what it is. Say hi, Tank. So I had to come in. Mom of Mom Cooks and Gardens told me that it was getting smoky in here, and the smoke detector went off. I haven't been using heat, just sanding. So Technology Connections, he's a YouTuber, real smart guy out of Chicago. He's obsessed with mid-century and later technology, and I have to go back and watch this episode that he did on smoke detectors. There's 2 kinds. I think one detects heat, one detects particles, and I think I must have the kind that detects particles, so it set it off. And the huge bummer of this means that I can only now work on the house on her off days, because I can't risk being oblivious to the world, not outside, but the opposite, inside the house while I'm working. So I'm gonna take a break and hopefully be able to get back on the horse. I'm so annoyed. So I sat in my house for a while. You know, I guess I have this type of smoke detectors that are detecting particulate. I one time coming home from work actually tripped one of the detectors in my house because I came home from a fire. I was writing up the structural damage estimate, and I didn't leave my clothes like in a mudroom, and within like 5 or 10 minutes the smoke detector went off. I knew what it was in that instance because of that Technology Connections video. I'll have to look it up. If I can find it, I'll put a link in the video. It's really good, really informative. But yeah, I have to admit I was a little frazzled from just what happened, so I took a break. I'm gonna get back on the horse now. I feel like working again, but that's a terrifying thing to have your smoke detectors going off. So all right, we'll be back. All right, think positively here for a minute. So to the left of the window, except for that bottom board above the freeze, you can see it's rounded from all the work that's been done in places, but you know, it cleaned up well enough. I did some of the work above the window where I could reach, and then I got kicked off the roof when I was somewhere to the right of the window. It's when she called me and told me what was happening. So I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna take everything out of the job that I can where I can stand, and then I'll get up on the ladder. And I should have enough daylight to be able to sand everything. I think some of the burning's gonna have to wait until tomorrow though. To be honest with you, I don't have the stomach for the drama today, should there be a problem. Okay, so we'll be back. Sorry for my down voice, I just I'm a little frazzled. If my voice sounds weird, I have hearing protection in. So I think I know why my smoke detector went off. See all the sawdust that comes off? That, if any of that's sneaking in through the crevices and getting into the living space, that's absolutely enough to cause this problem. Look at all that stuff that falls out. The joys of an older house. You don't own them, they own you. I love them, but you're never done. Even when I get this thing done, there's 2 more laps I could make around the house and still I'll never be done or satisfied. During the time lapse, I had a couple nails fall out of here, so this is floating. That's grabbing nothing. Look at that. I could have an air scrubber up here just collecting all that. I wanted to go over here too from yesterday. That is not a siding nail. That's an aluminum siding nail, I think. This all needs additional work. Let's look at the center for a second. The echoing across the valley here, it makes it sound like gunfire. All right. Good enough for now. Let's start sanding. All right. So the one orbital sander, I think the pot metal part of it's falling apart. It like oscillates like an impact. I'm having trouble with it. And then the on the other one, I have to replace the pad. It's like hard and the Velcro doesn't want to stick to it. I'm gonna switch to a flapper wheel. I've got to get this moving, and then I'm gonna have to chase it with a sander. So that's the plan. I have enough daylight to do this still. I don't like using the flapper wheel, but sometimes it's just the better way to go. I don't know if you can see how filthy I am. So I finally figured out, you know, the flapper wheel over bare wood is actually pretty resilient. I still could use this tomorrow, where when it hits paint, it just loads up and dies a quick death. I'm gonna have to chase all of this with the orbital. The gray one, I think, is shot. The orange one, the pads are just not gripping the they're not gripping the sanding discs. So I think I have an extra, and if I do, I'm gonna get up here tonight and take care of it while my cinematographer, there we go, now you can see me. We don't need to vignette me. So I'm gonna try to change that out this evening. I forgot how little progress I am capable of making, but the results I'm very happy with. The bottom boards, of course, you know, they're gonna have to get replaced. A couple others, some will patch, but you know, within 2 weeks, being conservative, you know, I should have paint on this. Or, you know, the front around the corner, I'm skipping the trim. But the body should have color on it, and you know, that's a step in the right direction. I can live with it. So tomorrow I want to have that sanded, and if I'm very lucky, that's sanded. That may not happen. If I can get myself out of bed early, this really kicks me in the butt and I end up needing a lot more sleep. But yeah, that's the deal with this. It's hard. It's not glamorous. You know, those twin brothers or that married couple, you know, the stuff they do, it's television. And God bless them, they have more money than I do, but I'm sure they actually do know how to do some of this stuff, and some of the stuff they really probably don't. I know how to do this stuff, and I'm showing you how. It's hard. I appreciate you watching. See you tomorrow. Well, it looks pretty, but you can't see what I did. Oh well, I'll pick it back up tomorrow.